Good afternoon, guys. Is anybody there? Well, Polo's there, Tin's there, and what's the volume like? Right, that'll have to do. Jesus Christ almighty. I mean, I got up, went and put the kettle on. I thought, I know I'll get everything set up, tweaked it a little bit, saved the presentation, went and had a cup of coffee, watched a bit of TV, thought better get up and get ready. And thank God I came up an hour before it started, because when I came back I had pop-ups saying this, all this gobbledygook techno era stuff, and I thought, I wonder what that is. And then the bloody thing, you're saying buzzing in the background. See, it might be too loud. Just how long is it to go? Right, give me a second, hang on. Just let me tab out for a sec. Right, I've dropped the I've dropped my mic volume slightly in what Gamecaster should be picking up. But that'll just have to do. Anyway, now I can't remember who's playing who, when, where, and why. Somebody's going to have to look at the brackets and remind me who these guys are fighting to play. And I can't see who's in the chat now, because the chat on my now I'm down to one monitor. That's what you need to understand. With Gamecaster allows you to stream with just one monitor, and I've got all your chat right in front of me, so I can certainly read it, no problem, or at least I will do once we're in game. But anyway, guys, what time is it, Yama? It must be 1 AM, approaching 1 AM there. And I haven't seen Acero join the lobby yet, and that is about a minute and a half to the top of the hour. Well, what a match we had last night. There's Bedhead 10-7 up, and potting a 3-ball into the kitchen end of the table and drawing back into the middle pocket when he had the table at his mercy, and he scratches, and that lets stub in, and it could have ended up anyway, but Bedhead managed to scrape through it, and here's hoping for his sake that gives him a boost in getting right into the deep end of the tournament. But these two guys, I don't know what the sort of contrast will be. Acero is a fairly level-headed player. He doesn't give anything away. Not sure how good his English is, but he certainly doesn't give anything away in the game, and it should be a good matchup. It's a question of what risks Spectredawn's prepared to take. Now, I don't see Spectredawn there either. Where the hell is he? Is he in? Is he in the lobby? Because I can't see his name. And Acero has just arrived, so right, let's get in, get to it. The cloth's right. I'll be back with my little doodle if you hang on a sec. Yeah, that's working. So anyway, here we go for the lag. Welcome everybody. This is an emergency setup, so bear with us. Remember, alternate brakes, no jump cues, and a race to 11. And so Acero has first shout. 9 ball goes in, something else went in, 9 ball gets respotted, and a shot in the 1. And not easy to get to this 2 ball from where he is. Always fluked it, and he's on the 2. Well, there's a bonus to start off. Yeah, give us your prediction, Semi. I'll go 11-8 to Spectredawn. There's my prediction. Mark that down on a piece of paper. And Semi's gone 11-9 to Acero. So Acero's had the first fluke of the day. Good afternoon, Slim. Didn't notice you there. Good afternoon, Mark. Good afternoon, Potman. Tin. Semi-Pro. And anybody else that's joined. Moz as well. Right, now, what sort of angle? Well, I would think he's got to try and spin across to the left off this. Got to dig in a bit with a little bit of spin. Good afternoon, Cobra. By the way, Cobra, thank God you're on, because I've already dropped a serious hint on Facebook to Keith when setting up your match, and I basically said, well, you can set it for 6:30 any evening during the week and that'll do me nicely. Always managed to hold it. Yes, I read that chat, Slim. I read it. I seen it all. Don't think I didn't watch the whole match the next morning when I got home from work. Well, the one thing you do with a fluke is make the most of it. That's what you have to do. And Acero very steadily is going to take this first rack. No, not 8:30, 9 o'clock at night, none of that. I'm relying on Cobra not agreeing to that time so that I can get the match. It's a big match. And Keith himself, apart from the match that was streamed by Duffman, in all the tournaments that he's actually went on to win, he's never been, I don't think he's ever been recorded. He's got nothing archived. Well, that sounds good to me, Cobra. Don't be flexible. Stick to your guns. It's 6:30 or nothing. It's my way or the highway. So 1-0 to Acero. Now who broke there? Because it's dry, so obviously Spectredawn broke. What the hell happened here? You play the push out. I'm missing something here. I'm too busy reading the chat. Can I zoom in slightly? The zoom is set by hitting Control U. So the zoom is as I'll say that again. The zoom is as it always is. Zooming in slightly is this. If I can get the damn thing to work, is that. But if I do this, that resets it to the TV view. The only thing I've done is I've got it in what do you call it? I've got it in the 30, the field of view thing down to 30, which is better for streaming as far as I'm concerned when it's a pool table. Well, that's a pretty good shot. He's a bit straight. Now, can he avoid? that 6 ball, I don't think he can, and the problem being he's nailed to the rail more or less. Oh, he's managed to squat round behind it. Another awkward cut. Somebody do me a favour and PM Ali and send him the link. So the good thing is you can't hear his voice. Well, Acero is going to have a strong start if he can take this out. And it's going to be one of these ones. Another toughie. Oh, it's gone in. It had a couple of little thinks about whether it should or it shouldn't, but it's gone in. I know what I'm going to do. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. That XSplit broadcaster, I'm going to uninstall it and reinstall it. There is a public test version out, which is optional. I might download that and try it, but something major has gone wrong with it, and that's the thing. It's annoying. It just takes a bit of time to set up the presentation, so you've got your little clock and all of that crap on the screen, and then you save the presentation and it goes into a folder. Can't remember what folder it is, but anyway, I've deleted that. It's gone because it won't load. We'll worry about that once this is done. But the important matter at hand here is that Acero has broke off in rack number 3. He's 2-0 up, and Spectredawn has work to do. I take it Ali's not coming, or nobody sent him a link. Oh, all right. Well, thanks for that. We're just waiting to see his dreaded, and of course he won't use his normal name. He won't use the common sense approach to put in a name that I actually know who it is. Well, this is another awkward one. It's going to be left awkward when he pots this too. Oh dear, don't talk about this morning, for goodness sake. Yeah, he's had to force that, and he's going to end up leaving Acero hooked. Aye, Keith. Just a quick reminder: you have to accept Cobra's proposal, mate. He said he's been waiting 2 or 3 days and he hasn't received a confirmation yet. Do me a favour, please. I don't normally grovel, but the VP world needs to see you playing. Bullshit. Right, I remember you saying that. And Acero has missed a kick now. Can Spectredawn take this out? We know where the problem lies. Let's get my little doodle working. There's the problem there. And Again, I'm too busy. See, that's the problem. Having the chat on the screen is better on broadcaster when I have to look at the chat, because that way I wouldn't have missed the fact that it was a 2-9 combo on. Oh dear, look at the 9. And let's have a quick look at that too, because I don't think that's going to make anything, but it will certainly go in off the 9. Oh, we've got 23. Well, everybody's welcome, and don't be afraid to chat. And well, for anybody that doesn't know, and there may be people out there, this is Virtual Pool 4 online, and we're playing in this year's VP4 9-ball World Masters Tournament. And there's Ali typing in the chat again. What a numpty. Well, acero hasn't got the kick safe. Ali probably won't know to check his spam folder. He'll never have heard of that. Well, Spectredawn has a chance. And now if this bounces, which it looks as if it's going to do, he should be well on his way to squaring this match, and I'll have a quick drink. Well, I have to say, Keith, I watched your match and I didn't see much evidence of any problems with your mouse. And if I was you, I wouldn't actually change anything, because everything looked pretty smooth to me. You were hitting the ball well, especially the second half of the match. Well, I mean, I don't think you went out of line that badly. I thought you played pretty damn good. But Spectredawn has got himself back on par now. How's the break now? It's back to acero, so we're back on form. Is that the mouse you're talking about, or is that the processor, or is that with the graphics card again, or the CPU? I can't remember what you said. So into rack number 5, and Spectredawn, well, he has a chance, believe it or not, to take the lead. But let's see where this problem is. We have a problem with the 7. And is he okay? Oh dear. Well, he's just overcooked that slightly. And now, well, he's overjudged that. I mean, I wouldn't have thought he'd have hit the 4. And from having a good chance, apart from that 7 ball, he's blown it, and he's given acero a ball in hand opportunity. But he's got work to do to resolve this situation with the 7 ball. Good afternoon, Hazard. DJ Hazard. That needs to keep running. So 6 ball will be awkward as well if he's not going to sit nice on this 5. Oh, it's DJ Simon, is it? Well, that's all I need. That looks as if it's going to run. Now let's see behind the 9, because the 7 doesn't go there either. So this is a crucial shot, and from Spectredawn, looking like he might go 3-2 in the lead. If Acero can get this shot somehow, it might go the other way. When he's trying to drop behind it for the middle, well, that's gone a wee bit further, but it will do. In fact, I don't even think it went in the middle. I think he's played the right shot. Does it go in the middle? Yes, it does, but he's going to brush off the 9, and he has to go through far enough to get up the table for this 8 ball into this corner that we're at. He's got to get there. Enough pace to get the cue ball running through. It needs to keep going. That was always going to be the worry, and lo and behold, is he left with the bank? Well, I don't think he can make enough of that 8 ball, can he, to get the bank? No, I think he's just trying to scratch off the 8. When I say scratch, I mean just brush it to the rail and try and keep it safe. So, well, Spectredawn, I don't think is going to do anything other than go for the cut. And this is the type of thing I was talking about, that Spectredawn, there's more of a contrast in this match than there was in the match last night. Spectredawn's very much on the attack side when he's given a sniff of a pot like this, so he's more than likely going to take the bait. And he's overcut it, and he's scratched, and it's 3-2 to Acero. It's on the board. Now who breaks? Because again, I have totally forgotten. Could be it stays with Acero. No, back to Spectredawn. So who's AAM? Is that Ali? Who's that in the chat? I mean, did he ever arrive in the chat? Because I've not seen anything. So 3-2 to Acero, and at the table trying to drop onto that 3. Anything but straight, and this doesn't look great. Oh no, this is not good. Oh, it is Ali. Well, why the hell didn't you just choose A3++, and then I know exactly who you are? I knew fine well he wouldn't have the common sense to do that. Well, welcome Ali. Thank God you don't have a mic. That's all I'm going to say. acero. He didn't really have a great deal of choice to how to get there, but well, it looks easier to me to bank this and go round behind the 6, but he's going for a thin cut and trying to hold it. But I mean, that is just, like I say, pushing the boat out a bit too far, and I'm surprised that he played it that way when it looked easier to play the bank to get in a 6. That was really tough, but the important thing for Spectredawn is that he tidies up here. Now, just a gentle little pot. I mean, you just let the, he's dragging back. Once again, I wouldn't have played that, because the angle was there just to get the cue ball out to take the 8 into the bottom corner, but he's left it awkward and it's gone in. But I think there's easier ways to get there than that, but he's done it. And acero breaking in rack number 7. And well, a handful of balls have gone. We've lost the 2, we've lost the 5, we've lost the 6, and he's on the 1, and everything's open, and this should be over. Are you actually watching this match, Ali, or did you just come in to rant? Maybe I should put a limit on the chat to so that you have at least 30 seconds to take a breath before you type your next sentence. What did I say? 11-8 to Spectredawn, and Semi said 11-9 to, did he say 11-9 to acero? Well, something's going to have to give at some point. Well, acero hasn't got there. Now, the obvious shot is to run for cover somewhere between the 8 and 9. He's got the thin edge of the 7. He can try and push it behind the 8, if you know what I mean. But he's looking like he's going to play the bank to me. And he's picked it out well, and that is perfect. So acero is going for the jugular, and there's me thinking he would have played the safety there. But now, with the break going back to Spectre, trailing 4-3, needs a ball, and that's a heavy break. That's one of those ones where they don't seem to want to spread. Now, I never noticed how close he was to the rail, but that pack ended up being fairly dead. Well, I think obviously with this shot he's just going to run into the 9 and 5 and hope he leaves some sort of shot. Well, he's drawn off it, and that's worked out pretty damn good, because he can drop down the rail, he'll be on the 3, and if he gets it right and he can come off the rail, he may well have an angle to stun between the 8 and 9 to get to this 4. Little bounce, he's a bit too heavy. Yes, he is. I don't know whether he can get there. I think that's not enough showing. But in it goes. He got there, and he's still got a shot in the 4. That was really tight. Well, this could be the chance to open the gap if he can hold it together for these remaining balls. Well, it all really hinges on the 5, potting the 4 and getting on the 5, and it should be over this rack. There's a cue ball. It's going to be the point, and I think it's left him sweet on the 5. And it most certainly looks that Acero is going to gain the advantage here with a 2-rack gap. And now it's up to Spectredawn to try and find a way to get back on level terms. And again, you don't have much time to do that. I mean, we're not halfway in the match yet, but two racks is a big gap in alternate break, and Acero breaking in rack number, what we are, 9, ball in the break, 6 is gone, not a great chance on the 1. Let's see that. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I'll do this for those that want to see an overhead view. Trying to tuck in behind the 8, and I think he's pretty much got the job done there, and I don't think Spectredawn can see enough. Oops, I should brush my mouse. He can't get to the rail, so this is a bit of a problem. Looking for the line between the 4 and the 9 to hit that 1 ball. Of course, he could kick from here to get to the 1. I don't even think he's looked at that yet, but he certainly could do that. This certainly looks a much tougher shot. Somewhere just on the right. Well, he's brushed it, and now that cue ball needs to keep running to try and keep this safe, and that's probably the best result he could expect. Oh, that's exposed, I think. Yes, it is. And that was the first poor one from Acero, and it's given Spectredawn a chance. Oh, it's going to have to go, and you begin to think it might not be your day when things like this start happening. A big area to get onto that 2 ball between the 9 and 4, and he's fallen short, and now it's the old kick and hope. Well, I think he'll take that any day. Well, that's a good result. You need that little bit of luck. not difficult to hit, just a bit of a spin. Is he trying to get the Massey? Yes, he is. Oh, that was lovely. I wish I had the replay button working on this thing, but it doesn't in Gamecaster. But that was a lovely little shot. And you've got to play it at that soft pace to let the spin work. When you start digging down and hitting that with any sort of pace, you don't give the cue ball any chance to react. You don't give it a chance for the English to kick in. And he played it perfect, albeit he's not perfect in the 3. And, well, that's gone wrong fairly big time, that shot. And so Spectredawn, oh dear, what's he done here? I thought he was going to scratch, but he's been given another chance. And that's gone wrong as well. And this is what I was saying about that the snooker in the last attempt they had, locking himself out. And now he's getting no luck in the running here. Now, what does he try and do? I mean, there's a little gap. He can make the cut. He's trying to make the combo. It was really, really tough. So he's just trying to get distance. Might not even bothered about the combo there, as a matter of fact. I think he was just looking for length between the cue and the object ball. Well, he's a couple of bits of bad running. And acero, well, Spectre won't like that, because there's nothing worse than that happening. Spectre's managed to nudge in, I think, the 7, and he's now looking very lightly here for a 3-rack gap, and that is a big gap to get back in such a short race to 11. And of course, you know what I've said before, and I've said it in all the other streams, you can only do so much on your own break, and you have to rely on that little bit of help somewhere along the line. So it's now 6-3 to acero. Good afternoon, Bedhead. Well done on your win last night. You still won at 11-7, you know that. Now, who's hanging? That's a name I've not seen before. Who's that in VP4? Or is that just somebody who stumbled across the stream? It's interesting to find out. Oh, what a result there for acero. And this is getting worse and worse here for Spectredawn. He needs a break, and he needs it pretty quick, and he ain't getting anything here from acero. And he's just fingers crossed, and of course the 2 ball goes wide open. An easy start here. Well, I certainly haven't seen that name for a while. Welcome anyway. So acero at the table. I mean, there's been luck in this game, and it's, you know, it's all been bad for Spectre. He's had nothing go in his favour. Acero landing and hooking Spectre there to give him this opportunity, and the two bits of bad running as well that I can remember that Spectre had, blocking himself off. And the luck has got to change ASAP for Spectre to have a chance to survive in this match. It needs to happen very quickly. But of course he has to keep helping himself by not missing, and that's where the pressure's stacked on him. And that pace looks good. Well, it's now 7-3 and it's a desperate situation. And how much is Spectredawn going to push the boat out? Well, he's not going to get much of a chance from this break, but look at the table, and he might only get one shot in this rack if he can't get this safe, but he's looking to push. And well, the one will go. It's tight, but it goes, and that is the bait being laid out for acero. And will he take it? And once again, he's got the pace right. Okay, it's not a full snooker, but once Spectredawn's getting absolutely nothing. Well, let's have a look at that, because that might be a mistake. No, he's going to try and just punch that up the table and come in behind the 8. And that little brush off the 5. Oh dear. Oh, this has got Spectredawn more than backs to the wall. He's got him chained and gagged, and he's got absolutely nothing going here. Now, I know what I'd be doing. I'd be just trying to lock something up. Well, he tried his best to get that flush, to get the 8 ball flush to the 5, but he's knocked the 5 well into play, and that 8 ball will move easily if acero can get onto it. Well, that's what I was saying as well, Bedhead. He's got all that potential, but you've got to follow it all the way in these big tournaments and step up that level. So this is gilt edge opportunity to race away here with a 5 rack lead. And that's used the 5. Well, everything's well in the clear now. Now how tight is this 3? Plenty of room. Well, there's a mistake. Oh dear. Now Spectredawn has got to jump on this, but take his time. And well, that was never the best shot I've ever seen. Oh shit, I thought he was on the 5. I'm getting so excited, I forgot about the 4. I'm getting excited. He's got to see this through. He's been handed a chance to cling on in this match, and this is what we talk about getting some sort of favour from your opponent. He's had nothing until now, and cannot afford to make a hash of this. Oh, where's this going? Oh dear, it's all gone out of shape again, and he's going to have to dig another one out. Anything but running into the 8, he would have been fine. And now he's got the long 9. Now the bonus will be if the break goes back to Spectre. I've lost count here. Yes, it has. So he's managed to steal that one from that unforced error by acero, and looking for a ball, and he just isn't going to get it. Shot for acero. He can well, he can, if he misses the 8, which I think he will, he can go across the table twice, more or less, to find that gap between the 3 and the 4 to land a shot in the 2. Let's see what it looks like from that angle. That's far too much. This is far too much of an angle when you look at it. But let's see if he can avoid the 8. It might be too thin. Well, he's avoided the 8, and he's found the gap one way or another inside the 3, and now he needs to avoid the 8 again to get on the 3 if he's going to run. Oh, he's going to go narrow again on the inside. Now, who's that setting a match for a stupid time? What time? In fact, what match is it? If I totally is this oh, and acero's made another mistake. Of course, that was just getting out of shape that's done that, but can Spectre pounce on that one as well? It doesn't look to be a problem. Roll the 4 in, and don't roll behind the 6. And now he's the wrong side of the 5. He wanted, see the way that cue ball's tracking. He could have rolled onto the 6 and he'd have been sitting pretty. He's just having to do a bit more with the cue ball. And now he's having to cut back, so now he's out of line. He's looking for the good recovery shot here. And this is a nasty little cutback when you look at it from there. This is nastier than first thought. Oh, lots of inside to check that. And that is now sitting exactly where he wants to be, but still the tough one. Now, slightly inside, and that gives him a good angle, and he's got to run it. Let it run. Bottom rail, side rail, with a bit of help and spin, or is he trying to draw it? Oh, he's going for the run and avoid the scratch, and he's fine. And that's 2 quick racks, well, relatively quick, and 2 errors from his opponent. And it was on the 3 ball in the last 2 racks. And now acero with a break. 9 ball goes in. Another ball went in. 9 will get respotted. And a shot in the 1. And he's going to run to the left of that 8 ball. He might brush into it, as a matter of fact. Oh no, he's managed to squeeze through. I didn't think he could get there, but he's got the combo. What's that one? Moz. Oh, that's 9 PM. Yeah, well, that's out of my league. That's deliberately so I can't get to stream it. Well, Acero, he's looking for redemption here. Another wee fiddly one. Just got to watch that cue ball. Well, he doesn't want to get too much into this. I'm going to say that if he gets too much, he could go into that middle pocket. He's got it and played it well, as long as it keeps running, and that is very nice indeed. And Spectredawn narrowed the gap by 2, but Acero should be widening it again. And it's definitely going to be 3. It's going to be 8-5, and we are rapidly running out of racks if you're in Spectredawn's corner. And he's going to have to win the remaining racks here if my score prediction is going to work out. And I think that's out the window. Aye, bullshit to that. I ain't betting in. Well, what an invitation to the party this is, the way these balls are set. No, certainly my mind is totally blank. But this is now looking very grim for Spectredawn. We're talking major malfunction here for Acero. If anything's going to turn at this stage in this match. Right, somebody look at the bracket for me, please, because I don't even know. Is Bedhead playing the winner of this one? He must be. Oh, right. See, that shows you I'm totally. This bloody thing going tits up has bamboozled my brain. So it has. So Bedhead's playing Moz. So it's 9-5, a big 4 rack gap, and well, Spectredawn gets nothing. The push out played. Acero can play from where it is or put him back in. Let's have a quick look at what he has here. Well, if he can nudge that just behind the 2 and find the gap between the 7 and the 4, he could have Spectredawn in trouble again. Yeah, I do know what day it is. It's a day away from payday. That's what day it is, as far as I'm concerned. Now, this is a bit of enticement here for Spectredawn, and he's gone all out for it. Needs a bit of luck. He's got on the 2. Now if I tab out for the brackets, all you'll get is the what do you call it, coming back soon thing, or whatever it is, the be right back thing. Well, is he going to be able to get down and stun onto the 3? That looks pretty good. The problem though is the 4 and the 8, 7. Yeah, full frontal a stub and his little extension, if you know what I mean. Yeah, can see all his equipment. Well, that was a nice little combo. But well, I know the shot I'd be doing. A good bit of left English, get it moving, get it running. He's gone back the opposite way, and that is the fatal mistake that Bedhead made in that rack he should have won last night, and he's drawn into the middle pocket. He should have gone my way, and it's a gift of a chance for acero, and not the way I would have played that shot. When you start digging in to draw across, you're always dicing with that middle pocket. Not the way I ever play that shot. I always take the risk because it's going into a much wider open space, and well, he's going to pay the price big time, and he's at the point of no return now. And certainly Spectredawn didn't help his chances there, but it's now on the hill here. Acero and Spectredawn just looking to get some sort of respectability if he can. And cue ball's going to scratch, and it's one nightmare after another for Spectredawn. Absolutely nothing has gone for him. Not a single thing. And well, if acero can move this 6 ball, or he can drop behind it, but that requires a pretty good shot to get there, but he's going to have a number of opportunities to disturb this 6 and 9 if he wants to. He's just taking his time, assessing the situation, having a look around the table, and he's looking to, well, I don't know whether he's looking to break it now, because look where the 2 is. I wouldn't be doing it off the 1 ball. He's looking as if he's given an angle to try and break it now, but how good is he going to end up in the 2? Is this a wise move if this is a shot he's going to play? Let's see. No, he's not. Now the one to play it off would be the 2 if he got good on it, because if he broke the 6 and 9 he should still be on the 3, but he's the wrong side of the 2, so he hasn't got there. So it's immediately the situation where he's running out of opportunities to get this break. So he might be resigned to try and land on the inside of the 9 ball to play the 6 across into the top corner. Well, the 4 ball's going to be his last chance. And of course, the other slight problem with that is if he doesn't hit them direct and he wants to run to get to them, the 7 ball's in the way. The 7 ball could scupper this here unless he tries to draw straight across into them. So this is the crucial one. It's life or death situation here for Spectredawn, all hinging on this one shot. He looks as if he's trying to go direct, and he's clipped to 6, but for once, and what a time for that to happen, but for once he's landed out of line. and Spectredawn might have a chance, but Acero is good at kicking. He could knock this 6 into the middle. He can pick the lines usually pretty well. Well, he's went 3 rails and he's got it safe. Well, Spectredawn trying to tuck behind the 7. That's the plan. And he's just going to sneak out. Well, I don't think the 4 ball's going to go past the 8 at that angle. It's too tight. So what's he going to do? Is he going to cross bank it and go all out? No, just looking for safety. Again, a well thought out shot. That 6 ball is ugly where it's sitting, and I think Spectredawn will just roll up to it. I don't think he wants to take any risk here. It's so difficult to hit this 6 ball thin enough to keep it near the rail and get the cue ball back up the table. This is not what you want in this stage of the match when you're clinging on for dear life. And he's played what they play in snooker. Send the cue ball to the left side, the object ball to the right side. There could be a billiard on here for Acero. He could reverse bank it into the middle. There's the couple of shots on here. But this is, with the comfortable cushion that he's got, he may well go for it. And he's looking at the 8. Is he trying to cut the 6 onto the 8? Because he could still, there's plenty of room to play a billiard onto that 8. Well, it looks like he's just trying it. He was trying the cock hat double there, I think. It's rattled, and it's another lifeline for Spectredawn, but this is very thin to cut. The bank's on. What does he do? Well, when you look at it from his end, I thought that is not good to cut. That is too thin. And he's gone for it. And that, if that cue ball doesn't keep going, it's the bank for Acero. So the match is a couple of minutes short of the hour, and can Spectredawn survive the hour? Because the bells are tolling. The Grim Reaper's waiting, and the 6 ball is going in, and it's probably going to be another bank. Stunning behind the 9 for the 8 into the bottom right. Got to be the bank, surely. There's no way you want to be cutting that. You've got to give yourself 2 chances of this going in. He's trying to play it flush, but again, nowhere near it this time. So Spectredawn lives again for probably one more rack at least, if he can get nicely on the 8. Oh dear, he's got some way of playing shots, I'll tell you that. That is not anywhere near where he should have been in that shot there. I mean, he can't be thinking straight to leave it like that, to dig out this 8 ball to stay in the tournament. And it's got there, but my God, he's making life difficult for himself. And he's back to within 4, but Acero is breaking. And what a way to get on that 8 ball. Strange choice of shot. Unconventional, to say the least. But Spectre should have Acero in trouble here. Well, I think he's played that absolutely horribly wrong. I mean, what was that all about? I mean, to me, you want to just stun that 9 around the table and tuck the cue ball in by the 5 and get the 1 ball up in the top right hand corner, but that is strange. And I think Acero has fallen short, so on it goes. Well, there's been a lot of bad running here, and Acero has scratched, so it's another. Well, look at the way the table's set here. I mean, this is not pretty. There's nothing inviting about this table to try and run it. Absolutely nothing. And if he just punches the 2 ball around the table, he'll be going for the second foul, but the table won't have improved any. So I mean, what does he do? Well, that isn't bad looking. Not that difficult to get to the 2. Oh goodness me. Oh dear. What the hell is not bedhead. what the hell's my head doing? What the hell's Spectre thinking on that shot? He's kicked out the snooker and cut the 2 across into the bottom corner. Okay, he's got no real shot in the 3, but I mean, these things just hurt. These hurt. Acero looking to line up the combo, is he? Combo from the 3 to the 7. No, he's just playing the safety, and that's the right shot to play. Stunned a 3 all around the table. Of course, that could have went wrong if it had found a pocket somewhere, but the chances of that happening were fairly slim. So now, once again, and again, Spectredawn doesn't want to disturb anything here, but really the balls are now all potable. There's not much you can do. Well, from ball in hand, Acero can get behind the 4. He can play the 4 into the middle off the 6, but that then pushes the 6 up the table. It's a question of whether he's thinking straight or not. I don't think I would take that risk, because it'd be very easy just to push the 6 onto the 7 and leave yourself no shot. I mean, it's a big middle pocket to play the 4 in off the 6, so he's doing the right thing, trying to get behind the 4. Could have played that better. You predicted 11-6. You never predicted in the chat any time I was looking. It's funny. It's funny how he comes up with that now, Cobra. I never read it if you did. I missed it. Well, the little drop in on the 6, and it is all over, folks. There's been technical failure on both sides of the VP4 spectrum. Technical failure in my XSplit broadcaster, and well, poor Spectredawn. If you're going to have a bad day, this wasn't the day to have it in Virtual Pool 4, because Acero has, well, this is a tester, still got to get it in, but this for the match. And in it goes, and it's been an absolute disaster in the way this match is run for Spectredawn. You get no breaks, or very minimal breaks whatsoever, and any favours from acero you could count in one hand. But acero, steady, playing safety at the right time, keeping it tight, and has got the job done, and in the end he wins comfortably by 11 racks to 6. And so well, the next match on my schedule, I think, is I can't remember, it's Cobra's match, whenever that's going to be, because I haven't got the bracket up. But I'm going to go and uninstall Broadcaster and try and get that set up for the next time, and hopefully get something set up half decent. Until then, folks, well, we did get beyond the hour. It was about an hour and 5 minutes. Until then, thanks for your company, guys. Thanks for your patience. Thanks for joining in the chat. Stay safe. Keep your distance. And we will see you again soon at some point. And I'm going to wait at my dinner. So, it's over and out from 9ball.com.